Kylie, please.
What I heard with regard to the month of March is this, that God is going to deal with the loneliness and the separation that exists even in families that are together. He's going to rebuild the foundation of the family. The second thing that I heard is that God is drawing family members, turning their hearts back toward home. This month, I'm building and I'm fortifying my families. Husbands and fathers, this month, I'm breaking off of you that self-imposed enslavement of work, of money, of ego, of power, and even of the pleasures of each and every kind that you seek. And I'm turning your hearts back toward your children and toward your wives and toward your home. This month, I've unlocked the doors of the hopes and the dreams that you once held for what your family would be like, and what you would be like as a husband, and what you would be like as a father. So reset your priorities this month. Let go of that voluntary enslavement. Ask me, I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to do it. I'll work with you and stand side by side to break what needs to be broken, to build what needs to be built. I'll repair the brokenness in your family, and I'll even dig deep and repair the brokenness in your heart because of the disappointment. And I will not disappoint you this month. I'll give you the words that you need, even the ways that you need to draw your children back toward you and family, to draw your wife back toward you and family. I'll give you the words and the ways to raise your children up in the right things of me and to pull them out of the things of the world. I'll give you the wisdom to teach and train them in such a way, and even the resources to release them into those things and callings that I've called them to do and that which I've called them to be. Lord says, I'm setting the children and families on the right path through fathers this month. So, men, it's not too late. It's not too late to restore and to rebuild. It's not too late to open up the hope chest that you had for your family and what your family would be like. It's not too late. So if you will let go, then I will set you again in the position that you were intended to hold, and this time you will see results and blessings extended to your family. And to wives and mothers, I'm revealing to you the ungodly beliefs that you have about your husbands. I'm revealing to you even the wounds and the hurts and the disappointments that you've hidden deep within your heart. And as you break off those ungodly beliefs, then I'm going to impart into you new and creative ways to see into who your husband really is and who your children really are according to my eyes. And I'll give you creative ways to support each and every one of them in the ways that they need to be supported. I'll even give you strategies and creative ways to build the relationships between and among your family members. I'm going to build in the month of March a strong web about your family. And I'm going to build that web and fortify the walls of protection that were intended to be around your family that have been broken down. So give your hearts to me this month. Let go of your ungodly beliefs. Walk in my strategies. If you walk in my strategies and as you pray, then you will see me begin the mending process in a way you haven't seen before, begin in this month of March. And your hearts will even begin to melt and to heal in a way you haven't yet experienced. Your children who have wandered and your children who have strayed, the prodigals, those who have strayed, those who feel alone even in the midst of family, those who have actually physically and emotionally extricated themselves from family and hidden themselves in their own personal caves in their rooms, I will lead them out by my own divine arm. I will lead them out and turn their hearts as well as their fathers toward family. Lord says, in the month of March, I'm coming against the spirits and children of hopelessness, of confusion, of suicide, of rebellion, and of disrespect. The Lord says, as those things begin to break off, a healing will come to the hearts of your children. So God says, listen very carefully to the voices and the words of your children during this month, because the voices and the words that they use will expose the deep cry of their heart. Pay no attention to the attitude with which it comes, but pay attention to the words and what those words reveal about the heart of your children. And as you listen and as you respond appropriately and help your children to heal, then watch as I begin to release my voice from within them, my voice, a voice that will bring about change in what's going on in the world today. That mature, godly voice that's deep inside of them will rise up and will change what's going on, not just from your children, but an entire generation and successive generations. So pay very close attention to the words of your children. The Lord says, I'm enlarging families. I'm making a way for restoration of families in such a way that extended families will exist again in ways that provide for help and protection for each other. That statistic that says that families are no longer adopting relatives is going to change in the month of March. As I build the extended families, hearts and homes will open to receive those who are part of our families, even those that we don't know that well, and a spirit of adoption will arise among you, and they'll become established sons in your homes, in your house, and eventually sons of the living God. And God says that I'm fanning the flame of adoption in such a way that even though adoption agencies are diminishing in number, even though rules and regulations are very difficult to move through, and even though there's corruption within the agencies that exist, God says in the month of March, I'm going to begin to work in supernatural ways that for those of you who are in process, you'll see barriers break and you'll see those children come forth. Because the Lord says in the month of March, I'm making a new road for those orphans who've had no place to go, and I'm bringing my children home and establishing those as sons and daughters. So God says in the month of March, take me at my word, as I have said before. Call in the responses to your prayers that you've laid out for so long. Dare to call those responses in. Lord says, thank me for what you have not yet seen come to be, as if it had already come to be. Decreed, allow my promises that I have already spoken to you about for your family. God says, I will not allow you to be put to shame. If you will declare your promises and your decrees, I will establish a blessing over your household that will be visible and will be a visible change even within this month.